is happening, movie fans everywhere? Welcome back to the channel. I am DL, and today I have another movie review for you guys. Today we are talking about Anyone But You, the newest rom-com that came out this past December. And I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. Really? You're going to be talking about this movie like Dial actually went out to see a romantic comedy? It doesn't seem like a movie that he would even watch. Um, that's not necessarily true. I do enjoy me some rom-coms here and there, even though I know that a lot of them aren't really that good, but I still have a fun time with them, at least on a guilty pleasure level. There's some Nicholas Sparks movies that I kind of like, and Titanic is one of my favorite films. Yeah, I said it. Titanic is one of my favorite films of all time. I love Titanic. So, no, I don't always need the action movies or the superhero films, the sci-fi fantasy. No, I enjoy all types of genres. As long as they're good movies, or at least, as long as I'm enjoying them, I don't care what the genre is. But but anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about Anyone But You. So, why did I go see this movie specifically? So this actually wasn't my idea to go see it. My girlfriend actually wanted to go see this with me, and we made a deal that we would do a double feature where we would go see Anyone But You, and then we would go see Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom after that. And that's what we ended up doing. Um, I had no idea that this movie was coming out. I'm going to be honest. I probably heard some conversations here and there about the movie, but like I didn't care at all. Like I don't even remember seeing a trailer for it. Um, and I didn't even know what the movie was about. So it was a surprise when my girlfriend told me about this movie, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's a rom com." It's like, okay, well, let's see how it goes, I guess. I don't know. Like, I didn't really have any expectations going in, Like, pretty much the only thing I was expecting this to be, another typical rom com. I've seen a lot of them over the past few years, and I'm not expecting this to, to move the needle as far as rom coms and stuff like that. But I don't know. I was a fan of Glenn Powell. He was in Top Gun Maverick, and I thought he was good in that. So I'm interested to see what he does. And Sydney Sweeney, haven't seen her in anything, I don't think. If she was probably very, very minor. I don't remember her, but she's a gorgeous young woman, and hoping she does well in there as well. So Lily going in there with an open mind, and this is one of the movies I didn't get a chance to talk about before the year was over, so that's why I'm talking about it now. But anyway, after watching it, pretty much it was exactly what I expected it to be. So if you are already a fan of, romantic comedies, you like the Nicholas Sparks movies, you like that type of stuff, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this as well. It feels like more of the same as far as that. Now, when I say it, I'm not trying to throw shade at, people that actually enjoy romantic comedies, because they obviously, they serve a purpose. They appeal to a certain demographic, more to the female demographic. It's like it gets them all in their feels. It hits the emotion beats and stuff like that. It's funny. And sometimes there's romantic comedies that are relatable to how the dating landscape is now. So they talk about certain things there. So that's, of course, I definitely appreciate when, the certain aspects that romantic comedies do. But let's be honest, there's a lot of them that tread the very same beats, like it's like not all of them seem that different to me. And as I said, this feels like more of the same. So it's about this guy and girl that meets at a coffee shop. B is played by Sydney, and Ben is played by Glenn. Um, B, I think, is running late for a meeting and stuff like that, and she's trying to get her typical, coffee in the morning, and there's a long line at the store, and she's running late. And then, Ben notices that she's running late, and so he tells the people working there that that B is his wife, and then he helps her get her typical coffee, and then they end up introducing themselves, and then they end up dating, and then they end up sleeping together, and then B ends up leaving his apartment really early in the morning before he wakes up without getting his number. I don't know why she doesn't get his number before she leaves. I thought she really liked him, but okay. But and then Ben wakes up and she's not there, and he's upset about it. And then his roommate comes in, and then he questions him about the date and how it went, and then he puts on a front that he never really liked B because he's upset that she left early. But B, noticing the error of her ways, she immediately tries to run back to his apartment to get his number and stuff like that. But then she walks in on him talking to his roommate about how he doesn't care about her, and then they end up not talking for a few months, and then they meet up at this club coincidentally because their girl best friends are coincidentally getting married to each other, and so they end up being in this whole thing where they have to be around each other while they're going to their girl best friend's wedding, and then they're putting on this whole thing of like they are pretending to like each other so they won't cause any havoc at the wedding because they don't like each other so much because it's over a misunderstanding. So that's pretty much the plot of the movie, and like I said, this is just, I don't see anyone that's already a fan of rom-coms. I don't see them not liking this, because it does pull on the typical heartstrings of like, you see them being upset over each other for no reason. Like that's one of the things that do kind of frustrate me in general when it comes to romance movies is that you have this whole conflict that the guy and girl doesn't like each other over a misunderstanding. It's something that they could easily communicate over, talk over stuff instead of just being silent and just being mad for no reason. Like typically don't like that in rom-coms. I don't like the misunderstanding aspect, but I was trying to go with it as much as I can. And so when they're, pretending to like each other and date each other so everyone will stop bothering them about it, like that stuff, I guess, was kind of cute. Like, they end up finding out that they have a lot in common, and, they end up finding out that they're not, you know, as much of jerks as they think that that they are to each other. So it's like that type of stuff, and it's, I don't know. It's like there's not too much I could say about it. It's like some people may find it, just typical, the typical type of romance stuff, and some people like that type of stuff. Some people know that it's repetitive, but they like that stuff, especially with the female demographic. So I'm really not trying to trash on it too much, but it's just like there's nothing really here that really like surprised me. It's like the typical type of beats. It's just like they don't like each other at first, but then they grow to like each other throughout the movie, and they end up hooking up towards the middle of the movie, and they slightly getting back together, but not fully because another conflict happens, and then you have a whole montage of them moping and being sad when they could easily just talk things out in a more calmed manner. And then the guy ends up running after the girl at the end with all this unrealistic stuff happening to get to the girl because they're like halfway across town. And so the guy ends up hitching a ride on ridiculous stuff like a helicopter or a boat and stuff like that, and confessing his love to the girl in front of everybody, and it's so romantic, and it's that type of stuff. So if you like that type of stuff, you'll like it here. But if you're expecting something more innovative, more creative, something different, I don't think you're going to get it here. You get the typical guy best friend that gives the main guy advice on how to approach the girl and stuff like that. And he's like the cool person. And sometimes it's the typical black best friend. And that's what they'd have here. And I did kind of like that, that there's the wedding is, they have a lesbian couple here. That's something different. That's something you don't see normally or typically in romance comedies. So I like that they're slowly integrating, the LGBT community in there, and it's not feeling forced or it doesn't feel weird or out of place. So that I thought, the whole, the married couple, that they were cute for the most part, and even they had their own little conflicts here and there. Um, so I like that they gave it a little bit of development there, I guess. But really, I don't know. That's all I can really say about it. Um, you know, uh, these two attractive actors, being the main leads of a romance comedy. So yeah, of course they're good looking, and they, of course, you have like those, those eye candy shots of, Sydney in a bathing suit and Glenn shirtless with all his abs. So I guess one of the things I guess that kind of bothered me, there's like some weird comedy here with the. I don't want to spoil it, but like there's some weird butt jokes in there that was kind of uncomfortable for me to watch. If you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I thought that was a little extreme, and then there are some scenes where they have to undress and get butt naked, and I felt like those scenes were unnecessary as well. I think they were trying too hard to have some comedic stuff in there, but I would say probably my favorite moments are when the slower moments when Ben and B are like getting to know each other more, and like they're not yelling at each other, and like there's just like calming moments where they're getting along and they're getting more intimate. That's probably some of my favorite moments of the movie, I guess. But yeah, I mean that's all I really got for it. It's another romantic comedy. It's not really gonna move the needle, but I'm sure there will be people out there that enjoy that type of stuff for romantic comedy. So I don't know. I guess I'll give Anyone But You. I'll give it a C. It's pretty average. Yeah. But that's all I have. That's my thoughts on Anyone But You. What did you guys think about it if you guys watched it? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think it was okay? Are you a fan of romantic comedies? Do you hate romantic comedies? How does this compare to other romantic comedies you've seen over the past few years? What you think about the main cast? Did comment your thoughts down below and let me know, I guess. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that review, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for helping me reach 500 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000. And don't forget to hit the bell if you want to be notified on future videos I'll be doing. But that's all I have for you rom-com fans, and I'll see you guys next time. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.